What's up, Art Hive? It's Mandu. Welcome back to my studio. So I've been looking for an excuse to paint Kasey Golden for a while now, but I'm always so busy, so I feel like I'm always behind. Well, Kasey had her draw this plush contest and I was like, yes! And I dropped everything and started painting. I took some shortcuts in the beginning by using a photo of her to map out the most important facial features, because as you know, my art style takes a whole lot of time. I have about 12 hours of footage for this one. In the beginning, I was sort of aiming to go something like my Emilia Fart painting, but after a while, I just I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. You know, it's hard to paint when you're stressed. So I decided to try out something I wanted to do for a while as well, and that's to try to find a quicker art style. I want something sort of cartoony, sort of realistic. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm looking for yet, but that's okay because it's discovering stuff that's fun. So I ended up drawing two Kasey plush drawings, one slightly more realistic and one more cartoony, which honestly, that one became my biggest struggle. I don't know. I find that I can draw cartoony and I can draw sort of realistic, but to mash them up, that's sort of hard, and I don't really know of any artists that paint what I want to paint. So if you have any suggestions on what artists I can look at to be inspired by, please put them in the comment section. And speaking of comments, here's this week's shout out winner from the comment section. So back to Kasey. My more cartoony style version was based on the photo with a doll, while the more realistic one was based on Kasey herself from that video with a little ant plushie on her shoulder. In the end though, I thought it wasn't really like any of the photos she posted, so I ended up making the ant a little bigger. And that also fit the direction of the eye better from the reference photo that I was using. I was struggling a lot with this though. I just can't seem to be happy with anything I make these days. But I know myself now, and I know that's normal. I know that I will feel better about my art one day, hopefully soon, but right now it's just a struggle, and I'm pretty sure it's because my summer schedule has started. I am working more hours on my day job, and that takes its toll on us little introverted artists, and being creative when you're exhausted and feeling bad about your art, that's really hard. But I appreciate that I am still trying my best. And I want to talk a little bit about that today. I feel like there's such a change in my mindset now. I feel like I've talked about this so many times on my channel, but you know, being able to separate myself and my self-worth from my art is really what's made a difference, because even when I'm creating stuff I'm not happy with, or I feel like I'm failing as an artist, I'm not failing as a person. And that took such a long time for me to be able to separate. But being able to do so, I feel like that's my biggest achievement as an artist, because I can still keep producing and try stuff out. And if I fail, it's no big deal. I will do something else and try something new, or even finish and upload, even though I'm not really happy with it. There's a few reasons why I came to this realization. And one is, of course, as I always say, my partner Vind, who's been consistent and uploading a song every 2 weeks for 6 years now. And he's always prioritizing his schedule. And that is super inspiring, especially when you live with someone who's that productive. And it's quite interesting to see. And the other thing that really changed my life, really, and especially my artistry, is YouTube, because Making videos is so much fun, and when I started uploading on YouTube, I really had to put all those thoughts of self-doubt to the side and upload because I was still learning video making, so it didn't really matter if the art was good or bad because I was just practicing. And I realized that, you know, people have different tastes, and even when I maybe feel a little bit down about my own art, there might be someone else who think it's really cool, and that's awesome. I think that's so awesome to be able to share with each other. That made me consistent, and consistency is really what made me better. During this year I've been on YouTube, I've evolved more as an artist than I have ever in my life before. And it's really the consistency that made it. And it's really the consistency of me painting every chance that I have, just to be able to upload a video a week, that made the difference. And I feel like what I really want to share with people that watch my channel is just that. Be consistent. Even if you're not happy, keep going, and look at your art with a critical eye, but not criticizing yourself. Like, what do I like about this painting and what do I not? I was watching one of my favorite art YouTubers the other day, Danica Sills, who was talking about that she always doing that, looking at her art with a critical eye. Like, what do I like about this? What do I want to bring into my next piece? And what doesn't feel so good? Why? What parts do I want to stay away from in the future? And that is such an awesome thing to do. I highly recommend everyone to do that. So, about the painting that you see on screen, I was struggling so much with the cartoony version. I was struggling with the more realistic version. They both looked pretty horrible for a while, but I decided to keep pushing because I really wanted to post it on Instagram before the end date of her contest. Even though, like, I knew I wouldn't win because I feel like it's not really something Kasey would like, I think, but just for my own sake, I wanted to stick to the deadline. So I did, and I pushed through, and I think they both turned out pretty good in the end. I'm fairly happy, and that's something that I feel is important to not give up so quickly, and I'm glad I didn't give up on these. Speaking of contests, I'm planning to post my contest winners next week, so I'm crossing my fingers that I'm finally done deciding and have made a video. I didn't get that many interests on YouTube, so I'm thinking that I could probably do like I did on my Queen of Hearts challenge. I could post everyone's entry, and I think that would be nice to give everyone who participated on YouTube a little shout out. So let me know if that's something you would like to see. I really hope you do, because I really want to make a video like that. I had so much fun last time, but boy, is it some intense editing. But I think it will be fun, and I will pick the winners from the YouTube entries, and I think I will pick one from Instagram to send some art stickers to. Oh, I've also decided to extend my special offer on Patron. If you become a patron in the Bumblebee tier or higher, I will throw in some extra stickers in the HIVE sticker pack. The HIVE is, as you know, the wonderful community of you guys, and we have a Discord. If you want to join, the link will be in the description, and I really hope you want to come and hang. I've made some new bee emojis. Anyway, it was so much fun to paint Kasey. I'm a sucker for really characteristic facial features, and Kasey has so many of them that's really unique, so it was an absolute pleasure. I don't know, she's just stunning, so it was really fun to paint her and her little ant plushies. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and as always, a special thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you later. Bye!